What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of High Mythology, the show where we get higher than Ymir the Giant's taint and tell you stories from mythology and folklore.
That's nice.
That's nice, yeah.
Yeah.
It's way up there. He's a big guy.
Is he boxing it?
Yep. Mm-hmm. It's a magnificent Viking Jotun taint.
Well done, Jeff.
Yep, that's right. Tonight with us again on the tunes, we have still Jeff. Yeah.
Rocking some bells.
Rocking some bells over there for y'all. So, yeah, let us know what you think about all that good stuff. Yeah, tonight we are going to be doing the story of Silvernose from Italian folklore, which is also known as, what is it, Blue Nose?
Bluebeard.
Bluebeard. It is also known as Bluebeard
And that is
by the French.
Yeah.
An interesting fun fact for a lot of you, blue, the color, was actually more expensive than silver, the metal, in France. So Bluebeard is actually fancier than Silvernose, in case you're ever wanting to get some of those fancy extremities.
But I really like my Italian heritage, so I keep going with the Italian.
She does. She's a fan of Italian.
I am.
Yeah.
I love my heritage.
Yeah. With the Italian over here. Hey! Italian viewers don't hate us.
See.
See. Yeah. But, yeah, so why don't you go ahead and take it away, Kim?
Yeah. All right. So, just gonna start it. I'll explain some of it later.
Yeah, talk about it.
Long ago, there was once a widowed washerwoman and her 3 daughters. Yep. And all 4 of them worked their fingers to the bones, washing people's dirty laundry, all their little shit stains and whatnot, nasty. But still, they didn't make very much money, and most nights they went hungry. One day...
Oh, here we go.
So sad. That's a majority of
So
Americans,
sad.
by the way.
Oh, way to bring it down into reality.
Mm-hmm.
It's
COVID's
okay.
cost a lot.
People don't need to eat.
One day, the eldest daughter said to her mother, "I intend to leave home, even if I have to work for the devil." And her mother snapped back at her.
I do declare, child, don't you be talking to me like that. Goodness knows what might befall on you.
A few days later, they received a visit from a man dressed entirely in black. He was tall and courteous, but oddly, he had a silver nose. The man approached the widow and said,
Hey, girl, I can't help but notice that you got 3 lovely daughters. Would one of them like to come work for me? I truly could use the help around my house. I got all kinds of cleaning and knickknacks that they constantly need dusting and whatnot.
The mother would have consented had it not been for his silver nose, that she just didn't like the looks of it.
Oh, don't you mind that?
She called her eldest daughter aside and said,
Now, child, no man on earth has a silver nose. If you leave with him, well, you will regret it.
It's very feminine.
Now, you stay on your guard there, child.
Nice. Nice comeback.
Nice comeback. She's a little bit butch. She's had to wither through some times. It's rough. It's rough in those times
How
raising
would
3
you feel
children
having
on
to
your
fucking
own.
rub out
Yeah.
shit stains all damn day?
Yeah.
Because they didn't believe in
Yeah.
Chipotle.
Being a fucking a Southern Belle type, you know, a real Miss Belvedere type in Italy of all places.
Unfortunately, her words fell on deaf ears, and she wanted to leave her home behind. So she left with the silver-nosed man, and they walked for miles and miles, crossing forests and mountains, and finally came in sight of an intense glow in the distance, like that of fire. The girl became uneasy and asked, "What is that light up ahead in the valley?"
Oh, girl, that's my house. I always keep the lights going and the disco balls spinning there. You know, there's always something going on. I think I got some people over there right now having a little party getting ready for us.
The girl followed along but couldn't stop trembling. They came to a large, magnificent palace, and the Silver Nose took her and... Whoa.
Whoa. What's the deal here?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh, what did the devil do now?
No, my English is terrible. I literally wrote like through as in she threw through the room. Well, I was like, what do you mean she threw it through the room? Oh God, I'm
yeah.
Okay.
I do like to imagine, now that we're stalling, I like to imagine that the devil is wearing cut off jorts. Just super short cut off jorts. And he's on roller skates the entire time.
Like the fucking Reno 911.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, hey. Oh, look at me just gliding back and forth here. Feeling real fabulous out here tonight.
Wow. So Silver Nose showed her around and took her to every room. Each room was more beautiful than the last.
You see, this
Silver
one has got
Nose
embroidery.
gave her a key for each room. When they reached the last room, Silver Nose gave her the key and said,
"Now, sugar, don't you ever open this door. You won't ever like what you see in there. You're totally gonna regret it. You're in charge of all the rooms. Just don't go into this one. It's where I keep my man things, like my whips and chains and whatnot."
The girl thought that he was definitely hiding something from her and was resolved to open the door the moment Silver Nose leaves the home. That night, when she was asleep in her room, Silver Nose tiptoed into her room and placed a rose in her hair and then quickly left as he had entered.
There you go, sugar. You look pretty with that.
The next morning, Silver Nose...
Queer eye for you.
Silver Nose went out on business, and finding herself alone with all the keys, the girl ran and unlocked the forbidden door. No sooner had she cracked it than smoke and flames shot out. She saw a crowd of damned souls in agony inside the fiery room. She
just thinks they were in agony. It was really just a big disco orgy.
She then realized that
there were people with gags in their mouth. One guy was completely covered in leather, and another guy was whipping him, and he just kept drooling. It was agony. Ooh, sugar, I told you wouldn't like what you saw in there.
That's so serious. Their slave shit.
Yeah, that's my dungeon room.
Pineapple set out on the table.
Yeah.
She then realizes that Silver Nose was the devil and that the room was hell. She screamed, slammed the door, and took to her heels. But the tongue of fire had scorched the rose that Silver Nose had put in her hair. When Silver Nose came home, he saw the withered flower in her hair and yelled,
"Now, sugar, why'd you have to go and do that?"
He snatched her up and opened the door to hell and threw her into the flames.
You just hang out here, have yourself a pina colada, talk about your problems with these guys. They're actually real nice once you get to talk to them. They're real nice. Sergio, do her hair. Her hair is a mess. Do her hair, Sergio. Someone take out Sergio's gag. This girl needs her hair did.
Oh my God.
This is hell. Oh my God, it's not so bad in here.
He's giving me a perm. That is hell. The next day he went back to the widow and said to her,
"Hey there. Your daughter's doing great, real great up at my house. She got a nice new haircut now. We got her makeup done. She's doing real good, talking about herself, getting over her feelings. But she needs help. It's a big house, So if I could trouble you to send somebody up, that would be just beautiful. You got a second daughter too, right? Can I have her?"
So Silver Nose returned home with the second eldest
just
daughter.
roller skating in circles around the mom backwards the whole time he's talking. "Oh, hey there. Sorry, I forgot my shirt. All I got is this little fishnet. Hope it don't bother you."
He showed her around the house and gave her all of the keys and told her that she could open all of the rooms except for the last
You
room.
just stay away from that last one, Sugar. I don't think you're ready for any of that stuff yet. You're too young for that. You seem like more of a missionary girl. There's some serious BDSM in there.
The girl asks him, "Do you think I would have any reason to open it? I am not interested in your personal business."
That's good, because we got a horse in there in a gimp suit, and he don't like it when people just barge in on him on the count of him in the gimp suit and whatnot. He feels really insecure.
You're going, yeah. Wow. That night, after she fell asleep, Silvernose tiptoes into her room and puts a carnation into her hair and then quickly leaves.
There you go, honey. That's a nice little carnation for you, make you look all pretty.
When Silvernose went out the next morning, and the first thing the girl did was go and open the forbidden room door. As she opened
Holy
the door,
shit, he wasn't lying. That's a rainbow horse and a ball gag in here. It's a Mexican rainbow horse in here, and he is fucking partying. Oh my God, I've never seen so much ecstasy in one place.
So as she opened the door, she was hit in the face by a plume of smoke and flames and howls of the damned souls. And in the mist, she saw her older sister. The elder sister cried out to her, "Sister,
I'm
free me
doing
from
so
this
much
hell."
better in here. Literally, no one has hit on me since I walked through this door. They're so supportive. They actually listen.
But the second eldest sister grew weak in the knees and slammed the door and ran, not noticing the carnation withered in her hair. She was now sure that Silvernose was the devil, from whom she couldn't hide or escape. Silvernose returned and noticed the withered carnation in her hair right away, and without a word, he snatched her up and threw her into hell too. The next day, he reappeared at the washerwoman's house.
I like how you conveniently shut me down there without a word. Without a word. Well, I just think that maybe. No, it's up. Just okay then.
You're out. You have 23 too many lines.
23 too many lines.
The next day, he reappeared at the washerwoman's house and said to the widow, 23 too many.
23 too many. Oh, there's just so much work that needs to be done around my house. You know, I got the knickknacks, like I was saying. I got tons of knickknacks, and they just all collecting dust. So, if you wouldn't mind, could I have your third daughter too?
He then returns home with the youngest daughter, Lucia.
Lucia.
The only one who's most cunning of all, and probably because she's the only one with a name.
Aha. No wonder she's so cunning. She was given a name at birth. Lucky girl.
She, too, was shown around the house and given the same instructions as the other sisters. She had a flower put into her hair while she was sleeping. A jasmine
there you go.
blossom.
You just take this little jasmine blossom, make you look real nice.
The first thing Lucia did when she got up the next morning was arrange her hair, and looking in the mirror, she saw the jasmine and said, "Well, well, Silvernose pinned a jasmine on me. How
This does
thoughtful
bring
of
out
him."
my eyes.
Who knows why he did it? In any case, I'll keep it fresh. And she put it in a glass of water, combed her hair, and said, "Now, let's take a look at that mysterious door." And she barely opened the door, and flames rushed out. She peered inside and saw countless people burning.
It's a party in here. Come on in. We're having a good time.
And there, in the middle of the crowd, were her big sisters. They screamed at Lucia, "Lucia, Lucia, get us out of here. Help us."
I've been partying for like 30 days straight, girl. I am burnt.
At once, Lucia shut the door tightly and began thinking of how she was going to save her sisters. By the time the devil got home, Lucia had put her jasmine back into her hair and acted as though nothing had happened. Silvernose looked at the jasmine and said,
Oh, I was talking just to talk. You seem like you're a clever little girl, you know. I like to talk a bunch, and we like to talk about things around here.
What are
We're
you
real
doing?
open. keep it up and we'll never quarrel again.
You're supposed to say, oh.
Oh, it's still fresh.
Looking at the flower, he said. Oh, it's still okay.
No wonder I was confused. I was like, why would
Where
that
are
be
you
its
going?
reply?
Lucia replied, "Of course. Why wouldn't it be? Why would anyone want to wear dead flowers in their hair?" And Silvernose then said,
Oh, I was talking just to talk. You know me. Just like I was talking about before when I first said this. I just really like to talk sometimes. You are a clever little fox, aren't you? You keep it up and we'll never quarrel. Oh, will we? Are you happy?
Lucia sighs and says,
Oh, what's bothering you, girl? You need a mani, a petty? You need to get your hair done? Let's go have some drinks out back. Let's just talk about things. What's
Your
bothering
question. Your question, are you happy? Yes, but I'd be happier if I did have something bothering me. And the devil looked worried and said,
Oh, I see. You screwed me there. You didn't separate my lines. What's bothering you?
Editorial fucking mistake.
Editorial mistakes here at High Mythology as the bong rumbles.
See, not only do I read these stories high, I also get high while reading them and then writing them.
If you read it
I'm
high,
the reason
and you write it high, and you
we
record
go
it
through
high,
2 ounces
then your
a week.
ratings are going to be high. I believe
illogical
someone once
thinking.
said that.
That's illogical thinking, because then you can just smoke too much weed just to smoke too much. can smoke
that
it
doesn't
just-
happen.
Mm,
Who smokes too much weed to smoke too much weed?
me.
Me.
Me. I'm the reason we go through 2 ounces in a week. Let's admit that.
Well, this is called High Mythology. Not reflection time. Yeah.
No
A lot
shit.
of mythology here.
Yeah, we do a lot of mythology here. Just going to say that part.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, family.
Yeah. No, don't be sorry.
Anyway.
But yeah.
I mean, I don't apologize for who I am.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think instead of interflecting here, we should keep going with this goddamn story. Yeah. It's starting to turn into a very special episode of High Mythology. My name's Kim, and I have a problem.
I don't have a
Tonight
problem.
on a very special High Mythology. The devil is gay, and Kim has a problem.
Not a problem. Lucia says, "When I left my mother, she wasn't feeling too well. Now I have no news at all of her." And the devil was relieved and said,
Oh, sugar, if that's all you're worried about, I'll just go pop in on her, see how she's doing. I know right where your mom lives. Me and her are good friends. We go way back. She's kind of weird when I roller skate around her, but it's okay. Most people do. Bye.
Lucia smiles wide at him and says, "Thank you. That's very kind of you. If you do go tomorrow, I'll get a bag of laundry at once, which my mother can wash, if she is well enough. The bag won't be too heavy for you, will it?" And Silvernose smiles back at her and then says,
Oh, sugar, of course not. You know I'll be doing all that yoga and stuff, be doing calisthenics out there, be getting my run on. I got no problem. I'll carry any bag. Plus, on my little roller skates, I'll be just zip-zapping right through.
Silvernose had one more errand to run before the night was over and headed back out. Lucia opened the door to hell, pulled out her elder sister, and tied her up in the laundry bag and said to her, "Keep still in there. The devil himself will carry you back home. But at any time he thinks about putting you down, you must say, 'I see you, I see you.'" And she hides her sister under the bed, and they go to sleep.
Is that a new outfit?
In the morning, she drags the bag out and sees Silvernose waiting for her bag of laundry. She says to him, "Here's the bag of things to be washed." So sorry. "Do you promise you'll take it straight to my mother?" The devil asks.
Psst, come on, girl. Don't you trust me?
She smiles and says, "Certainly I trust you. All the more so with my special ability to see from great distances away. If you dare put down this bag somewhere, I'll see you," the devil said.
Oh, really? Of course.
But he had little faith in her claim to be able to see things from a great distance, so he swung the bag over his shoulder and said,
My goodness, this dirty stuff is heavy. What kind of stuff do you have in there? Were you in my party room?
Naturally, replied Lucia. How many years has it been since you had anything washed? Silvernose nods after thinking about it and sets out for the washerwoman's house. About halfway there, he starts to wonder and says to himself, You don't got a You don't got a
Maybe. But I should look and see if this girl isn't emptying my house of everything I own under the pretext of sending me out laundry. Because, I got all kinds of stuff. I got tons of knickknacks in there I know she'd be trying to sell. I got a little Chewbacca doll. And I know she'd be trying to get rid of my little Chewbacca.
The collectors.
Little collector's Chewbacca right there. That's worth a lot of money.
He went to put down the bag to open it, but suddenly the elder sister yelled, I see you, I see you. Silvernose gasped and said,
By Jove, it is true. She can see afar.
He threw the bag back over his shoulder and marched straight to Lucia's mother's house. When he sees the widow, he says,
Your daughter sends this stuff to you to wash and wants to know how you are feeling, girl.
As soon as the devil left, the widow opened the laundry bag and was overjoyed at seeing her eldest daughter inside. A week later, Lucia pretended to be sad once more and told Silvernose that she wanted news of her mother. So she sent him to her house with another bag of laundry. So Silvernose carried off the second sister without managing to peek inside. The washerwoman now knew that Silvernose was the devil and was quite frightened of him when he returned because she thought that he would ask for the clean wash from last time. But Silvernose puts down the new bag, and says,
Oh, I'll get the clean wash some other time. This heavy bag has nearly broken my back, and I want to go out to the clubs later, so I need to be able to keep my dancing steps ready. So, yeah, I ain't carrying nothing.
When he left, the washerwoman anxiously opened the bag and embraced her second daughter. But now she was more worried than ever about Lucia, who was now alone with the devil. A few days later, Lucia started up again about news from her mother. By now, the devil was sick and tired of carrying laundry, but he had grown too fond of the obedient girl to say no to her. She's trying to clean the entire house. She's like cleaning like drapes and shit. Drapes. Even though he doesn't walk through each room and check. As it grew dark, Lucia announced that she didn't feel well and had a headache, and that she was going to bed early. And she said, I'll prepare the laundry and leave the bag out for you. So if I don't feel like it, bitch, I ain't getting up. You can just be on your way. It's pretty much. Lucia had made a rag doll her size and put it in her bed under the covers. She braided her hair and then cut it off and sewed it onto the rag doll. The doll then looked like Lucia asleep. And then Lucia closed herself up in the bag, and in the morning the devil saw the girl snuggle down under the covers and set out with the bag over his shoulder. About halfway, he says to himself,
Well, she's all sick this morning and won't be looking, so this is the perfect time to see what's in here, 'cause I know I didn't see my Chewbacca on the shelf this morning. I was looking.
He put down the bag and was about to open it when Lucia cried out, I see you, I see you. The devil jumped back and said,
By Jove, that is her voice to a T, as if she was right here. Better not joke with such a girl. She might eat me.
He took up the bag again and carried it to the washerwoman. He rapidly told her,
I'll come back later for everything. I have to get back right now because we're having a little party in the dungeon room, if you know what I mean. I got some people over there. Greg's brought his oils, and we're getting all oiled up.
He left, and the family was finally reunited. When Lucia had gotten into the laundry bag, she also carried off a great sums of the devil's money, and the family was able to live a comfortable life. They planted a cross before their door, and from then on the devil kept his distance. The end.
Oh, well, all I wanted to do was make life better for you girls.
So what'd you think?
I think it's pretty funny. I think it was a pretty good story. Yeah, I think the mom didn't get a lot of credit. She had to do all that dirty laundry.
By herself the whole time.
Unless I missed something.
But yeah, there's as I was gonna mention before, there's a shit ton of different versions of this one. Like, I even just recently watched one in Hungarian.
In the French one, did they take his Chewbacca? Yeah. In the French version, she actually made off with his collector's addiction. Well, the differences in those stories really is in
about,
France,
like,
it was a Boba Fett. That's right.
They each had a Boba Fett.
Yeah.
No.
It was a Boba Fett action figure, mint condition.
So yeah, instead of a silver nose, he had a blue beard, and instead of flowers in their hair, they dropped their keys on the floor in hell. And that was covered in permanent stains of blood, so he knew that they were in there with using the keys. Other versions, it was an egg.
I think the French devil probably parties harder.
I think it was the
with
French.
The blue beard.
Well, I think the blue beard had the egg, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, he fed them eggs too.
No, he gave them an egg to take care of, and when they opened the door, they dropped the egg and the blood on the floor in hell, and that's how it permanently stained the egg.
Yeah.
And then he'd be like, "What the fuck?" And the bitch hid her fucking egg in a cupboard to keep it safe, rather than.
I do think that I had it right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That this was totally it totally wasn't hell. It was just a sex dungeon, and she had no clue what she was seeing.
Oh, it was totally a sex dungeon.
It looks like torture. Like, that guy's got a foxtail coming out of his asshole. He's like, yeah. Party time! Yeah.
I hope I don't get real dark on this, but it's actually based on a high-ranking officer from Joan of Arc that did this, that was known to do this, but it was to children, not to women.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
took a dark turn. That took a dark turn.
Ooh, that's based on
This sounds like a fun story. Oh my god. Yeah.
Fucking, that is the devil incarnate.
Yeah, with his blue beard and silver nose.
Golden ding dong.
Golden dick. Yeah.
That's Osiris.
Yeah. He's got the golden cock of Osiris. That's how you know you can never trust a man with a golden cock.
Nice.
And a silver nose and a blue beard. Because he's got way too much money to spend.
Do you remember who it was by?
I don't remember shit. This is high mythology, not remember mythology.
So our resources, like I said, the original story I read was Bluebeard's first, but I did the Italian ones, which was by Italo Calvino.
Italo Calvino!
Yeah, he's genius fucking writer. I like his stories a lot. They're a little old, so you need to revamp them a bit into modern society, but
yeah. Yeah, and we haven't been reading, we've been just using him as a reference. So I do recommend checking out his book. Italian Is it Italian folklore and fairy tales?
No, just folk tales.
Italian folk tales, yes. By Italo Calvino.
It's a
great book.
200 awesome stories.
Yeah.
But yeah, like and subscribe to us, y'all.
Yeah. And
thanks,
always,
Jeff, for coming on.
Let us know what you think.
Check out Shoot Up and Spit Out, where you can find him.
Yeah, you'll get to hear him talk, not just rock the bells.
Yeah.
But that man can rock some serious key bells.
Yeah, you can. That was awesome.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you, everybody. We appreciate you listening, and have a good night.
Thank you. Have a good night, guys.